Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. GECOM says no to polling agents voting outside of their districts. Chairman votes with PPPC commissioners. Power or the people? VPAC's DORWAIN BESS calls for unity over ego. AFC leader responds as members exiting ahead of 2025 elections. And the First Lady outlines bold steps in disability inclusion at UN Convention. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm ALETHEA Grant with the Tuesday, 10th June 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you should know this evening. Chairperson of the Guyana Elections Commission, Justice Retired Claudette Singh, has once again voted with the People's Progressive Party Civics appointed commissioners not to allow polling agents to vote outside of their districts. More from Travis Chase.
Polling day party agents will not be allowed to vote outside of their district on election day. That's the decision taken by the Guyana Elections Commission by a majority vote when the commission met on Thursday last. It was the three opposition-nominated commissioners of the Guyana Elections Commission who had tabled the proposal for polling agents who work outside of their voting division be given the opportunity to vote where they are working. GECOM Commissioner Vincent Alexander spoke with reporters outside of the Guyana Elections Commission.
Today, a decision was taken that it is the function of the political parties to facilitate those persons voting, and the GECOM will be of no assistance in that regard.
Alexander said that they were in support of legislative changes to facilitate polling agents who work outside of their voting division to be given the opportunity to vote where they are working.
We had proposed that there could be legislative change to provide for those persons to vote either by certificates of employment or proxy. It has been rejected by a 4-3 majority.
Mr. Alexander is of the view that such a decision by the Guyana Elections Commission contradicts Guyana's laws on voting.
That is a matter where we feel that every polling agent should be given an opportunity to have a certificate of employment if he or she is working away from where he or she is entitled to vote. Because the Constitution clearly says, and the court has been saying, that there should be no impediment to a citizen being able to cast his or her vote. So if somebody goes to work in Pomeroon who comes from West Dem, obviously they can't vote unless they have a certificate of employment.
However, government-nominated Commissioner Says Gunraj said the issue was first raised in 2011 and that political parties already know that they are required to put systems in place to ensure their agents are not denied their constitutional rights.
Now, this is not a new issue. This is not an issue that has come up for the first time. I understand that it's an issue that was dealt with since the 2011 elections. That notwithstanding, the Attorney General has indicated that this issue was considered and resolved by the inclusion of a facility in the amended legislation to allow for alternate polling agents.
Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
A government drunk on control to an opposition obsessed with position. Chairman of VPAC DORWAIN BESS has come out swinging, saying that it's time all political opposition parties put their egos aside. Here again is Travis Chase.
Chairman of the Vigilant Political Action Committee, DORWAIN BESS, is calling on all opposition political parties to immediately put aside their ego, come together to dislodge the People's Progressive Party Civic at the upcoming polls. The tough-talking politician reasoned that with less than 90 days before elections are held, Guyana faces a deepening leadership crisis. He asserted that Guyana cannot survive another election built on egos, race baiting, and political inheritance.
Because right now, today, it is not about the AFC, it is not about the PNC, it's not about the PPP, it's not about the VPAC, it's about the people. And if it's about the people, then let's put power aside for a second and just be a part of a grand coalition to govern for all of Guyana.
Arguing that the People's Progressive Party Civic is tied to corruption and an unchecked abuse of power, the VPAC chairman is adamant that Guyana, now more than ever, needs a movement built on a shared purpose and true leadership, not power.
So this is the time the AFC, the PNC, and all the other parties should come out and apologize to the Guyanese people and unite and be able to bring a united front that Guyana can see and stop thinking Aubrey Norton is not good enough to be the president because the young people don't like him, or Amanda Norton, the older folks don't like him. No government is governed by the president only.
Weighing in on the talks that have collapsed between the Alliance for Change and the People's National Congress Reform, Mr. BESS took a jab at the two parties, saying that the fight is for the people, not power, and that self-interests should not prioritize leadership.
At some point in life, you got to stop and say, you know what? The PNC doesn't want to give us what we want today, but we'll let the nation know. We'll let the world know that, listen, we've accepted less than we were supposed to.
The politician stressed that VPAC will fight to be part of the next government to ensure the resources of Guyana meet the people.
VPAC is here, and we're going to fight to be a part of the next government. We don't expect to win, but we expect to be a part of the government to be able to champion the policies that we've been putting forward for the people. We don't know who the next president is going to be, but we hope that we will accumulate enough votes so we could be a part of the next government.
VPAC, according to BESS, remains committed to advocating for a better Guyana, one free from the shackles of corruption and inequality. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Travis. Meanwhile, in a strongly worded statement, Alliance for Change leader Nigel Hughes categorically rejected the characterization and inaccuracies regarding his party's role in opposition unity efforts and the ongoing coalition discussions. The statement, which was posted on his Facebook page, said, quote, "At no point has the AFC demanded the presidency, nor have we insisted that our nominee must lead any coalition. Such claims are wholly false. On the contrary, the AFC has consistently advocated for a consensus candidate, one who commands broad national respect and credibility, and who represents a genuine third-party alternative to entrenched political positions," end of quote. The AFC's presidential candidate said, in fact, quote, "The AFC has proposed multiple independent and qualified Guyanese as potential consensus candidates, including former Minister of Foreign Affairs and Vice President Carl Greenidge, whose credentials and integrity are beyond approach. None of these proposals was accepted by APNU, and it is a matter of public record that there was only one party that insisted on a specific candidate without compromise. That insistence, not any action by the AFC, has hindered meaningful progress towards unity," end of quote. Quote, to imply that the AFC has placed personal ambition over national interest is not only inaccurate, but dismissive of our insistent calls for principled, policy-based collaboration. Our public posture has always been one of dialogue, mutual respect, and practical unity in the interest of all Guyanese, not blind alignment at any cost, end of quote, the leader asserted. The AFC says it remains open to continued dialogue and believes in a coalition based on mutual respect and shared values, since the people of Guyana deserves nothing less. With national elections drawing near, the Alliance for Change AFC is experiencing notable shifts as a small handful of long-time members publicly stepped away from the party. The party's leader, Nigel Hughes, has responded to questions posed by Nightly News on the departures. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
With Guyana set to go to the polls on September 1 for general and regional elections, the Alliance for Change AFC was met with 3 resignations. The 3 former members have endorsed rival political groups. In a telephone interview with Nightly News, AFC's leader Nigel Hughes said whenever a long-standing member departs, the AFC always express appreciation for the contribution made during their time in the party.
The loss of a member always diminishes the party, even if that member might or might not have been active.
He added that when someone exits the party, the AFC takes time to reflect on the reasons behind their departure.
If they're kind enough to publish those, we would analyze that and take that into account in strengthening our party as we go forward.
In recent weeks, Ismail Mohammed Al-Kush, the AP New AFC Region 5 councillor, publicly endorsed President Dr. Irfan Ali and the governing People's Progressive Party Civic PPPC, describing his departure from AFC as a result of quote-unquote internal rambling. Meanwhile, David Daniels, AFC's Region 7 chairman and founder of the Small Miners Association, also declared his support for President Ali and the PPPC last Tuesday, and Region 10's Vice Chair Mark Gorin. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. More news after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
With 70% ethyl alcohol, Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer eliminates 99.99% of all germs and even moisturizes in the process, leaving your skin clean and hydrated. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
You know, I've been thinking, since I moved over to the west side, this is the perfect location for put up a food stand.
Put up food stand here?
Yes, Officer Bling.
No, Granny, you can't put up no food stand here.
Why not?
Because the gas to energy pipeline.
Gas to energy? Why is that?
They can bring gas from offshore to region 3, that can turn into electricity and other things.
So what about if Granny put it up over there?
No, Granny, listen. This whole area here, from here to the West Bank, is considered the right of way. So nobody can build, plant, dig, or burn nothing here.
But what if I am?
No buts, Granny. Listen, you could get yourself or others hurt. Watch, you see this number here? You call it if you see anybody doing anything out of the way or doing anything they ain't supposed to be doing, like building, digging, or burning stuff on the right of way.
All right, grandson, I hear you.
Crispy, creamy, what a catch, so tasty. What a catch, with a caramel center. What a catch, and so much chocolate, ooh yeah. First it's crispy, then it's creamy, with so much chocolate, smooth and milky. And when you go a little deeper, you find caramel, ooh yeah. Oh.
GECOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing June 16, 2025 to produce an official list of electors for the conduct of general and regional elections on September 1, 2025. GECOM will post the preliminary list of electors in all registration divisions for you to check if you are listed and if your particulars are accurate. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2025, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. If you are eligible for inclusion, you are required to apply for registration if your name is not on the PLE. Apply for a transfer if you have changed your address since you were registered. Apply for a name change if you have changed your name. Apply for a correction if your particulars are incorrect. Any person applying for a change or correction must provide the relevant original source document, birth certificate and deed poll for a name change by deed poll, marriage certificate and ID card for a name change by marriage, divorce absolute in the case of a woman who is desirous of reverting to her maiden name from her married name, birth certificate, adoption certificate, naturalization certificate for correction of minor clerical errors. Visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of these transactions. The claims aspect of this exercise will end on Wednesday, June 18, 2025. For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-0277-9 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Back with the HGP Nightly News. As we continue, an AR-15 gun has been taken off the streets as police investigate the killing of a man in Agricola. One suspect is on the run. More details from Travis Chase.
28-year-old Nicholas Narine, a laborer of Agricola, was shot dead at about 8 hours on Monday morning at Titus Street, Agricola. Police investigators said Narine was killed as a result of an ongoing feud. Nightly News understands that Narine, a construction worker, was shot and killed while cleaning a drain in the village. The police on Monday issued a wanted bulletin for the suspect, Raphael Bollers. Narine's father, Barry Narine, told credible sources on Monday that the police have failed to act on previous reports that his son's life was threatened by Bollers.
We got 3 weeks ongoing problem, and every single time you go at Ronville Police Station, every time you go in at Ronville Police Station, they keep telling you the police them in a meeting, you got to come back, you got for this, you got for that. Right now, I don't know what's the association with these people and the police. Right, I want the police get me wrong that I blaspheming them or anything, but I'm just asking them to do the work.
Narine was transported to the New Diamond Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Narine's family believes the killing was premeditated.
The intentions that he had from last night, he carried out.
Hours after the killing of Narine, his younger brother, 22-year-old Keon Narine, was arrested by the police after he armed himself with an AR-15 rifle and fired several shots at the home of the father of the man, who has been named as a suspect in the older Narine's death. A search was conducted on the premises, and an AR-15 rifle and 1 magazine containing 5 live 5.56 rounds of ammunition were found in a bedroom where the younger Narine was. He was told of the allegation and the offenses committed, cautioned, arrested, and escorted to the Rimeville police station along with the firearm and ammunition. When questioned at the station, according to the police, Keon Narine said that he shot at the house because Bollers' son killed his brother. He said the firearm belonged to his brother. Detectives who processed the scene recovered 18 5.56 mm spent shells. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Efforts to combat gender-based violence in Guyana are gaining momentum as the government prepares to launch new initiatives focused on protecting women and reducing domestic abuse. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
With the aim of tackling violence against women across the country, very soon the government of Guyana will introduce a new technology-driven program designed to support victims and strengthen prevention measures.
And in the coming days, I'll be launching a new program for women. As I told you, in the country, we will be using technology to its fullest.
The head of state made the disclosure while delivering a keynote address at the graduation of 580 master's degree graduates from the Guyana Online Academy of Learning Gold program on Monday. He stressed that a new technological initiative aimed at addressing gender-based violence, particularly where women are victims. More information will be disclosed about the program in the coming days.
And you will hear about that program that would help all of us to aggressively deal with violence against women.
In 2024, the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security revealed over 1,800 cases of domestic and gender-based violence were recorded across the country. The ministry has set a target to reduce this figure to 1,700 in 2025. Shelter services were provided for 26 victims of domestic violence and sexual offenses. The ministry is also aiming to expand assistance to more victims in 2025. Moreover, the Ministry of Human Services and Social Protection has outlined several strategies to address these social issues, including strengthening policies aimed at removing discrimination and violence against women, providing shelter and financial assistance to vulnerable groups, implementing gender equality and mainstreaming initiatives, and expanding rehabilitation programs for youth in conflict with the law. Tianco reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thanks, Tian. We have more news for you. Stay tuned.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Hey, I would like to purchase all these auto parts here. This is for my Pitbull bus. This here is my bus as well, and this is here for my excavator. Only 1,600?
Yes, only at Gen N Accessories. We offer high quality, affordable heavy-duty machinery spare parts for various machines at unbeatable prices. We also crimp hydraulic hoses.
So guys, if you're looking for your auto parts, whether it's for your heavy-duty machinery or let's say your Pitbull bus, please check out Gen N Accessories at Lot 1 Public Road, Priceless, East Coast, Demerara.
GECOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing June 16, 2025 to produce an official list of electors for the conduct of general and regional elections on September 1, 2025. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2025 and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent or naturalization or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM will post the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions for you to check if you are listed and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you have changed your address since you were registered, you need to visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your new area of residence to apply for a transfer. If you do not apply for a transfer, you will have to go to the polling station where you will be listed to vote based on your previous residence. Wednesday, June 18, 2025 is the last day you can apply for a transfer during this exercise. For more information, contact GECOM on 225-027729 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Is coming. He has the ball. Will he make the shot? And he made it. Goal! This is the biggest win we've seen in ages. Feel the rush with every bet and win big. Play online at www.ibetgamesui.com.
With iBet Supreme, every game is your game. iBet to win with iBet Supreme.
Must be 18 years and older to bet.
Back, you with the HGP Nightly News. The Ministry of Education says it has officially concluded the national distribution of the 2025 Because We Care cash grant and school uniform and supplies grant. According to the ministry, more than 205,000 students across the country benefited from the initiative, with each child receiving a total of $55,000. The 2025 rollout saw distribution exercises conducted across all 11 education districts, totaling more than $1.5 billion. The ministry, however, did acknowledge that some parents and guardians may have been unable to collect the grant during their scheduled distribution dates. It has assured that a mop-up period will be announced shortly to facilitate those who missed their original pickup opportunity. Guyana's efforts to advance the rights of persons with disabilities took center stage at a global forum this week. First Lady Aria Ali addressed the 18th session of the Conference of States Parties to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Guyana's First Lady Aria Ali on Tuesday addressed the 18th session of the Conference of States Parties to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. In her presentation, the First Lady told the forum that the convention remains the gold standard for promoting the rights of persons with disabilities in every aspect of life. She added that in keeping with its obligations under the convention, Guyana has taken decisive steps to safeguard these rights, including legislation such as the Prevention of Discrimination Act and the Persons with Disabilities Act.
Provide the legal foundation to prohibit discrimination in employment, mandate rehabilitation, ensure access to free education and healthcare, and promote participation in cultural and recreational life.
She further stated that the National Commission on Disability is the principal agency responsible for the protection and promotion of these rights, and that the government backs the Commission with practical support, including lifelong public assistance, employment, housing opportunities, and access to assistive devices.
We recently launched the Center for Equity, Opportunity, and Innovation that currently employs scores of persons with disabilities and provide technical, vocational, and business development training.
The First Lady also noted that Guyana is home to the Regional Disability Diagnostic and Treatment Center, which provides early diagnosis for children living with disabilities.
The combined efforts of the Mahika Learning Lab, the Board of Industrial Training, the Center for Equity, Opportunity, and Innovation, and the Open Doors Vocational Center offers free skills training for persons with disabilities.
She stressed that Guyana is proud of its ongoing efforts, stating that the most effective way to give true meaning to the convention is through education, empowerment, and engagement. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Turbo with a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250 ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up up with a turbo 250 ml at your favorite spot. Wait, sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with turbo can. Turbo can, turbo can, turbo can. Now available in the new 250 ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
This Father's Day, Digicel is showing love to the real MVPs, all the father figures who hold it down every day. And we're not talking socks and ties. We're talking an 85-inch TV to watch his favorite sports and a barbecue grill fit for the king of the backyard. 4 lucky winners will take home this epic combo. Just top up $1,000 or more and boom, you're entered into the draw. Give dad the gift of entertainment. Top up now, grill and chill with Digicel this Father's Day.
GECOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing June 16, 2025 to produce an official list of electors for the conduct of general and regional elections on September 1, 2025. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2025 and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent or naturalization or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM will post the preliminary list of electors in all registration divisions for you to check if you are listed and if your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed on the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. You must visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Friday, June 20, 2025. For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-0277-9 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Attention homeowners and contractors. When it's time to add the finishing touches, tiles must be on your list. And there's only one place to get the best quality and widest range with modern designs. Gaffurs is the #1 supplier of tiles in Guyana. We've got floor and wall tiles, ceramic and porcelain tiles, stone slate, terrazzo stone, mosaic tiles, and all the accessories including tile trim, spacers, sealers, cleaners and polishers. Also the important thin set and grout. At Gaffurs, the options are endless, but we make it easy for you with the experts in our tile department. They are to assist you in making the right choice. Get the right tiles at the right price from Gaffurs Macdo Mega Complex or the outlets of Perica, Nimes, Land of Canaan, Bedford Wacting, Rose Hall, Kanji, and Diamond. Gaffurs for all your tiling solutions.
GECOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing June 16, 2025 to produce an official list of electors for the conduct of general and regional elections on September 1, 2025. If you will be 18 years or older by June 30, 2025 and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent or naturalization or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GECOM will post the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can make a claim for registration, change, correction to your particulars, or you can object to the inclusion of anyone who you believe should not be on the list. If you are desirous of making a claim or objection, you must visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to do so. Visit the GECOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of these transactions. All GECOM registration offices will be open Monday, June 16 to Friday, June 20, 2025 from 8 to 18 hours. For more information, contact the GECOM on 225-0277-9 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. Trinidad and Tobago and Venezuela has committed to keeping diplomatic lines open following a regional dispute sparked by allegations of mercenaries reportedly traveling to Venezuela from Trinidad. The agreement reached on Monday emphasizes the quote-unquote long-standing fraternal relationship as neighboring countries. A statement from Trinidad's Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs confirmed that Minister Sion Sobers held discussions with Venezuela's ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Alvaro Sanchez Carter, during a courtesy call. Quote unquote, during the meeting, Minister Sobers and Ambassador Sanchez recognized the importance of the long-standing fraternal relationship as neighboring countries that share strong cultural and historical ties, the statement read. The ministry further elaborated, stating, quote unquote, both sides also discussed the matters of mutual interest and concern, inclusive of recent events, with Minister Sobers reiterating the government of the Republic Trinidad and Tobago previous requests for information from the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, without providing specific details on the recent events. On the requested information, as the hurricane season officially commences, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has proactively set aside 120 million EC to bolster its response capabilities in the event of a tropical storm, announced Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Dr. Gonsalves emphasized the government's consistent effort to prepare for such eventualities. Quote unquote, I always strive for us to put aside some money, he stated, while urging residents to finalize their hurricane preparations. The Prime Minister detailed the funding mechanisms, noting the contingency fund, which receives 1 percentage point of the 16% value-added tax and is governed by special laws for its expenditure. Quote unquote, we have dipped into the fund because we have the disasters. We have had COVID, Hurricane Elsa, and volcanic eruptions, Hurricane Beryl, and so forth, Gonsalves explained, highlighting past uses of the fund. Quote unquote, I always try to see if we can have about 120 million EC put aside, he added, specifying that this includes 50 million EC within the contingency fund. He further noted that with the Barbados-based CARICOM Development Bank, CDB, the country typically secures a loan after having spent money in response to a natural disaster. Colombian Senator Miguel Uribe, a potential presidential contender, remains in critical condition but is stable after being shot on Saturday, the hospital treating him said on Tuesday. Uribe, 39, is a member of the opposition right-wing Democratic Center Party and was shot in the head as he was addressing a campaign event in a public park in the capital. Quote unquote, we continue to take the necessary actions to mitigate the impact of his injuries, the Santa Fe Foundation Hospital added in a statement, detailing that the senator remains in the ICU. This shooting, which was captured on video, has shaken Colombia, evoking the political violence of previous decades. Leftist President Gustavo Petro, who has vowed to bring peace to the country's conflict, said on Sunday he had ordered additional security for opposition leaders in response to more threats. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
GECOM says no to polling agents voting outside of their districts. Chairman votes with PPPC commissioners. Power or the people? VPAC's DORWAIN BESS calls for unity over ego. AFC leader responds as members exits ahead of 2025 elections, and First Lady outlines bold steps in disability inclusion at UN convention. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.